In this video, we are going to talk about unlocking the unknown meanings of words. The words we choose flavor our writing. Sometimes we have to ask ourselves, what's the flavor? Because there are words we don't understand. Remember that it's important to understand what to do when we come across words we don't know, because this will help us comprehend many different kinds of texts. So, we're going to go through some tips and then practice the ways you can use to understand these unknown words. We are going to go through 4 main ways to determine unknown word meanings. First, we will talk about context clues. Then, we will look at using parts of speech. After parts of speech, we will talk about resources. And finally, we will talk about application. The first way to identify the meanings of unknown words would be to use context clues. That just means to look at the words and sentences around the unknown words and try to make meaning. You can ask yourself the following questions. Is there a definition or restatement of the word somewhere? Is there an antonym or synonym I can find? Or do I need to guess from the details? Using context clues is incredibly helpful because you will always come across words you don't know, especially on tests like the SAT. Another way you can try to understand the meaning of an unknown word is to check the part of speech. Knowing a word's function can help narrow down the meaning. If you see a word you don't know, ask yourself, is this a noun, verb, adjective, or adverb? For example, if you read this sentence, the storm was ominous. You might not know what ominous means, but you can tell that ominous is describing the storm, so it's an adjective. Typically, storms have a negative connotation or understood meaning, so you could get that ominous means something bad. Even if you don't know the exact meaning of the word, you can determine the meaning of the sentence by understanding the part of speech. When you have the opportunity, a third way to determine the meanings of unknown words would be to use your resources and verify the meaning. On tests, you might not be able to do this, but if you are reading or writing for assignments, you can definitely use resources to help you. Print sources, such as a dictionary or thesaurus, can help you with definitions or synonyms that give you an easier word that you do know to understand the unknown word. You can also use digital tools such as an online dictionary or other tools that many applications have to learn new words. The final step would be to apply the words you learn in writing and speaking. Once you know the meaning, continue to use it. Then you will better remember the meanings of these new words. You can try out the word in new sentences in everyday conversation. You can even opt to choose the new word you've learned over an older, easier word when you write essays, emails, or text messages. Remember, just like Polynesian sauce adds flavor to nuggets, words add flavor to what we're trying to say. So when you hit an unfamiliar or tricky word, you don't have to skip it. You can use clues, grammar, and resources to uncover its meaning. This helps you make solid language choices when reading, writing, and speaking. Now, go find those word meanings.